traders, it's Danielle, and I'm here with the weekly watch list. Let's take a look at a few of the key names I'm going to trade this week.
So I want to start with SMH because SMH has this gorgeous daily squeeze right here. And, you know, admittedly, it's gotten a little bit hammered here, so it is counter trend. But we have a situation where SMH has broken up above the 50 simple. We've also broken up above the 34 EMA, the 21 EMA, and the 8 EMA. So that's a good sign that we've broken through a lot of resistance. Yes, there is a symmetry area of resistance right here and the 100 and 200 here. But ultimately, you know, the squeeze, what it can do, it can cause those continued breakouts to the upside. And so ideally, that's what I'm looking for here. So when you have a squeeze in SMH, it's always important to look around and see if there's anything else that has a squeeze as well. And I wanted to point out the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq also has a daily squeeze. So when you have a daily squeeze in SMH, you have a squeeze in the Nasdaq, then at that rate, you want to look around and say, okay, is there anything else in this same space that could also get moving here? And that is where I get to Nvidia. Now, Nvidia, of course, has gotten a little trounced here. You know, it's pulled back from 153 all the way down into 86. However, it has recovered pretty well. It's recovered up above the 50 simple. We have some nice green candles here. We have a daily squeeze with positive volume and positive momentum. So I'm looking at Nvidia and saying, you know what? There's a daily squeeze in the Nasdaq. There's a daily squeeze in SMH. There's also a daily squeeze in Nvidia. So can we trade this ticker to the long side going into this earnings report that is on the 28th of May? So that's what I'm doing. I just entered into a long position on Friday. You know, I think trading it up into 120, 125 makes sense because that's the next area of resistance right here. But I also think you could go a little bit more conservative and you could just sell some put credit spreads, you know, with something like that. Then you don't really need it to trade all the way up into those targets, but you can take advantage of some premium decay. If you look at the lower time frame chart, you'll also notice that there's a 15-minute squeeze. So that can be good for an overnight gap up. There's a 30-minute squeeze as well. So moral of the story here, we got a lot of squeezes, and yes, we have an aggressive ticker that can move quite a bit. But hey, that's why I like trading it. So I put this butterfly on Friday. It is going to be a 115, 125, 135 call fly. And that would be targeting the 125 strike. It's fine if it, you know, if it only makes it to 120, that would be okay. But it does at least have room all the way up into 125. Now, like I said, you could also couple that with a put credit spread. You know, maybe sell the 115s, buy the 112s, collect some premium along with this debit that's being paid. But that is the way that I'm trading this setup. If you want to learn more, you can join us in the Mastering the Trade room where we analyze these charts and trade these tickers live. I will see you in the next video.